Welcome, rich niggas and married to rich niggas. Are y'all ready to watch the most unfair fight of all time? In the blue corner, we have Akari Hizamaru. His crush has alien cancer, and he wishes to win today's prize money just so he can save her. And the craziest part, he's not even dating her. In the red corner, we have an absolute unit, a monster, 50-0, Brian! The bear instantly swipes at Akari and he barely dodges it. I don't know why, but Akari after this just climbed up the cage and started shouting. He said, "I'm gonna win this rigged ass fight and I'm gonna save my friend." After that, bro started feeling like Jeff Hardy and he jumped off the top of the cage. He wasn't going for the swanton bomb though, he put him in a chokehold and the bear easily threw him off. And before he could react, the bear followed up and slammed him to the ground. And that was enough to put Akari out of commission. The bear walked up and he feasted. But out of nowhere, Akari's eye opened and it looked like somebody farted on his pillow. Pink eye having that nigga. He gets up and lunges at the bear, stabbing his hand right through his eye. The bear tries to swipe at Akari again, but Akari grabs his hand and slams it straight on his back. Then Akari takes a page out of Robin's book. He jumps up and slams his legs through the bear. And just like that, Akari is the winner. He goes backstage and he quickly realizes this was all a scam. He wasn't even supposed to survive. He was never gonna even go get the money. He should have known this though. This shit was easy to see. What's even crazier is he gave them permission to take the girl that was actually sick. And the whole time they said they were gonna put her in a state-of-the-art care facility. He believed that shit. And now that he knows that this shit was a scam, he instantly asked, "Where the f did you take her?" And it turns out they sold her ass immediately. Akari asks where he sold him and he points to the guy. He walks up and he starts asking him where he took her. "Where'd you take her?" "She's dead." Akari doesn't say another word and he just takes him. This lady that's also this guy's partner lets him know that they actually try to save her. They knew that these guys had no intentions of helping her and all they wanted to do was sell her. Akari is heartbroken and the man asks him if he would like to save kids with the same exact illness. It turns out these people were NASA agents and what his friend had was an illness brought from Mars. And in order to stop this sickness from spreading all over Earth, they have a mission in 2 years where they have to go to Mars. And people with power like Akari are definitely needed. Akari says yes and they head to the base. They put him through a surgery that has a 36% survival rate. As crazy as it is needed to survive the atmosphere of Mars. 4 more newbies survived the surgery. Ava, Sheila, Marco, and Alex. Now it's time for the mission briefing. Earth doesn't have the materials to make a cure for this disease. So they must go to Mars, investigate, and find whatever they need to make this cure. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. There's a huge issue. A cockroach or two found its way onto Mars, and they quickly evolved themselves into LeBron. I'm sorry, my king. I didn't mean any disrespect. You look nothing like these filthy cockroaches. It's just a build. That's it. The worst thing about these cockroaches is they hold grudges for life. And I think y'all are familiar with the life of a cockroach on Earth. NASA ended up recruiting 100 members for this mission. And the day they take off is finally here. RP takeoff, by the way. After 39 days, they finally enter Mars' orbit. And on the ship, Akari and Marco hear a shower running. And their little horny asses, they get the idea, let's go take a peek. And as soon as Akari starts peeking in, he sees that she's looking right back at him already. He tries apologizing right away, but the door opens and scares the shit out of him. And what they saw was a 7-foot cockroach holding the head of the girl. The roach sees them and swings his weapon without hesitation. Akari dodged it and the weapon got lodged into the wall. What kind of power is that? That nigga strong as shit, bro. Akari tells Marco to go grab the super serum while he stays here and tries to dodge for his life. Cause without the serum, they're not gonna be able to fight this guy. And if they both run, they're just gonna die. They're not gonna get away from him. Marco agrees and he takes off. Akari gets ready to survive without the serum, which is damn near impossible. But before he could test it, Michelle shows up and she kicks the roach twice. I forgot to mention this, but Michelle and Akari are the only people with powers without the surgery. You know what I'm saying? They had it before the surgery. And that's because one of their parents had the surgery beforehand and passed it on through birth. Michelle tells Akari to go after Marco because there might be more roaches on the ship. And since Marco doesn't need the serum, he needs to go there and help him. And she was completely right. There was another roach in the main room causing absolute mayhem. Everyone starts to panic and tries to run away. But around the corner, there was another roach. One of the guys in the main room was brave enough to try to save everyone. He grabbed the P90 and he started spraying the cockroach. But LaRoche ate that shit. It just kept walking through it until it reached him. And it does the most insane shit I've ever seen. Barehanded, it tore his head off and his whole spine came with it. That's not even the craziest part. It started using the spine as a weapon and started slicing everybody down. And while that was happening, Akari and Marco finally reached the serums. But when the door opened, they see two roaches destroying the whole supply. Back in the main lobby, the roach that just massacred half the crew is walking towards Ava, and she is scared as fuck. I mean, keep it real. If you seen this shit walking towards you, what would you do? You'll most likely do what this bitch Ava just did. Pissed herself. And I'm not gonna lie, we probably gonna do the same exact thing. And yes, I said we. Something on the ship blows up, causing it to fall towards Mars. And all of a sudden, these people called Elite Warriors want to start doing their job. Including Michelle, there's 6 Elite Warriors. 6 of them niggas. And she's the only one that was fighting the whole time. They are literally the best from their respective countries. And they let so many niggas die. Do you not care about the mission, motherfucker? And the audacity these niggas have. Instead of separating, they all show up to where Michelle was like she was the one that needed help. What is this? Look at them. They just wanted to aura farm. The captain gets on the speaker system and tells the whole ship to get to an escape pod because the ship is falling towards Mars. And when the roach that made Ava pee hears it, he starts tweaking out. And finally, one of the Elite 6 makes his way towards Ava's area. And another Elite 6 and the captain make it towards Marco and Akari. A lot of roaches start surrounding the ship. So now they gotta change the plan up a little bit. Everybody's still gonna go to the escape pod, but it's gonna be in groups of 6. And each group is gonna be led by one of the Elite 6. And they did this because let's say they did all land in one spot, they would get absolutely destroyed by the roaches. The Elite 6 finally get done fighting the roaches. And everybody's ready to get on the escape pods. Hey, Miss Piss, clean yourself up. You smell like shit. Have some decency, bitch. The escape pods all take off in different directions, and the plan is for everybody to rendezvous where the ship crashes. It's easier said than done because they have no idea where they're landing, and they have no idea what's gonna be there. For example, in the middle of the scenes of everybody landing, they show us this one specific roach. And I have no idea who this nigga's supposed to be, but I have an idea if you know what I'm saying. Like, look up, bro. He looked like he found the answer to life. Eventually, everybody lands in their respective area. They take in the scenery because it is beautiful. It's a whole different planet, bro. What do you expect? It even has pyramids, bro. These roaches are stealing our swag. Unoriginal ass niggas, bro. Man, these niggas really want to be us, huh? Still beautiful. Ain't that right, side character 452? Oh! Side character 452! No! I guess I gotta go on my left now. They wanted to capture this roach alive so they can do tests on him. Apparently, the girl that was saved earlier is so good at capturing stuff, she's the main person with the net gun. But for some reason, the roach started running towards the net girl. He ran past everybody else and just hightailed it to her. But that shit didn't phase her. If anything, it made her job easier. She put the beam on bro's head and started getting ready to fire. She starts pulling the trigger, but the roach starts to speed up. Y'all not gonna believe what he does next. He gives them the craziest side eye and tosses the head as far as he can. Their squad isn't the only squad that ran into problems though. There was a roach stuck to the side of the captain's ship, and as soon as they landed, it crept up and punched a hole through their windshield. The captain sped up and knocked it off the ship. Marco and KG joined the captain to go outside and capture it. But before this fight could even start, the nigga starts to run away. It was a decoy the whole time. Another one comes flying onto the ship. It tears the windshield off and steps in, ready to wreak havoc. And I'm not gonna lie, if I'm on that ship, I might pee again. My fault, we might pee again. But lucky for this crew, Sheila was in the corner with a net gun and she put the dot on that nigga head. Bro looked at her and instantly got shot with the net gun. And they captured him. GG's. And I forgot to tell y'all, but Sheila got the biggest crush on the captain. He came on the ship and he started saying, oh, good job, good job. He got her little shit wet. My fault, I should not be saying that. They get ready to put the roach in the back where they put every single thing they capture. But the roach was not giving up that easy. It stuck its palms out and, bro, it put a hole in Sheila's chest. No. Hey, Sheila, shoulda spoke up, bitch. You can't keep that love shit in no more, bro. You on Mars fighting mutant cockroaches. You either tell the nigga now or you die with that secret. Ain't no, oh, I'm gonna tell him when we're back on Earth. That's not how shit works. Marco wastes no time. He smashes LaRoche's head in. And I can't lie, the next scene was fuck on my heartstrings, bro. The captain is holding Sheila in his hands and she's trying to confess her love. But if you guys have short-term memory loss, her chest is gone, my nigga. So she's like... And the captain's like, I understand, which is 100% cap. You can't understand that. W Captain though, and W Sheila, bro, RIP. At this point, all 6 crews ran into an issue with the bugs. Now it's finally time they start transforming, which makes no sense, bro. Me, if I was there, I'd always keep a syringe on me, bro. They've been getting caught lacking, bro. Could not be me. All the syringe does is give them the powers of bugs. And I'm sure y'all noticed, but bugs are so strong for their size. Now imagine bugs the size of humans. Yeah, the captain's crew's all ready to fight. Everybody transformed, and I ain't gonna lie, they look clean. And we know looking clean doesn't win you fights. Just look at Piccolo. LaRoche gets ready to charge. Old girl tries to strike first and fly away, but the roach is so fast, it caught her before she even had a chance. The rest of them also get ready to charge, and they take off immediately, each one of them with impeccable form. But one person was out for revenge. Michelle and Akari also end up putting in work. Akari ended up killing 3 of the roaches, and Michelle just continued her kill streak. After they finished up, Michelle wanted to clean off all the bug juice all over her, and Akari horny ass wanted to sneak a peek. But out of nowhere, a roach with quads like no other shows up. It jumps onto the ship, and in that same moment, another one pulls Michelle into the water. Akari tries to save her immediately, but he couldn't make it in time. The roach with the quads tries to break into the ship, and another guy tries to stop him, but the roach wasn't having any of that. He kicked the shit out of him. The roach went back to his plan, and when he got into the ship, he drove off with it. And you know what the worst part about it is? Most of the crew was still in there. Akari and Alex start to chase it, but somehow the roach knows how to navigate the buttons and shit, and he starts taking off with the ship. Alex is good at baseball, so he throws a rock as fast as he can towards the roach. It doesn't do that much damage, but that wasn't even the plan. It pinned the roach down, and it connected to the ship, so he used that to get onto the ship. And when he got on there, he started talking to the crew. You need any help, big bro? Nah. Any y'all niggas scared of heights? Don't even think about it! Don't worry, Akari hooked them up. He put the strings on them, and then Alex caught them all. Akari starts fighting the roach, but the roach is overpowering him. And while that's happening, Michelle breaks free from the roach. She tried swimming to the surface, but as soon as she was close, the roach caught up and dragged her ass back down. And I can't lie, drowning is top 3 worst ways to go. Michelle knew that, and she had to find a way out. She put the roach in a mean leg lock. She got both legs. She held it till both of his legs broke. But at that time, she already lost her oxygen, and she couldn't swim back. It cuts back to Akari, and we see bro laid out. But he knew he couldn't give up now, so he got right back up, and bro was ready to squabble again. He fixes his hair like he eyeing or something, and the roach wasn't having any of that. He jumps towards Akari and tries to kick him, but Akari blocks it. Akari locks him in place with his threads, and then he gave the roach a taste of its own medicine, knocking him right out of commission. And that's not the only goated thing Akari did. You know, when Michelle was getting dragged into the water, he didn't get her hand, but he stuck a thread on her, and he stuck the other end to the ship, and as soon as the ship got far enough, it dragged her straight out the water. Hey, W Akari, for a new recruit, that nigga hooping. The roach tries to get back up, but he gets hit by flying debris, and it knocked that nigga right off the ship. They captured him, and from here on, you can low-key see the show turn and take a fucking dip. But right before it becomes too ass, they gave us one more moment to peek. The German squad was led by a man named Adolf. No, we're not making that joke, bro. It was led by a man named Adolf, and no, it's not the one you're thinking of. His squad low-key got done the worst way possible. They were on their way to the rendezvous point, but on their way there, they got stopped by a horde of roaches. Instead of everybody going out there and risking their life, Adolf said, y'all stay in the ship and I'll handle this. He takes care of the first wave pretty easily, but not too long after, one of the roaches that look like monks, he shows up with a chauffeur and he hits the Randy Orton pose. Brother, you are not him. The roach brings an entire army and Adolf is pushed to his limit. The crew sees Adolf on the brink of death, so they said, let me do something for the first time. These bums were just sitting there watching this nigga get his ass beat. And as soon as they came outside, they helped absolutely nobody. They started dropping like flies. There was just one guy with the power of a turtle. And you know what that shit does? Cause I was thinking, who in the right mind would say, yeah, let me get that turtle power? All he had was a shell on his back, and those roaches took turns hitting it till it broke into pieces. Yo, I'm sorry, little bro, NASA set you up. In what way does having the power of a turtle help you? Especially on Mars. It got to the point Adolf was dead. He died. And the roaches had their own net guns, and they were capturing the survivors of the crew. And this is when Adolf decided, hey, let me restart my own heart. And it's not the craziest thing, because he does have lightning powers, right? But after this guy came back alive, he barbecued like 150,000 roaches. A Okay, it might have not been that much, but it was a big number. Right after that, he threw 2 kunais at the monk. It looked like he missed at first, but it hit the flag and it stuck there. When the monk noticed it was there, he looked back at Adolf, right? And the funniest shit happened. This nigga is top tier troll. As he was falling to die, mind you, a second time, he's holding his middle finger up. He's flicking these niggas off. And the monk roach got killed and Adolf died a second time. I didn't check the next episode. I was like, yeah, this is where I'm gonna stop. I was like, in my head, Adolf is dying a legend. So I'm not gonna go back into that show. I wanna die with a good memory of this man. And that's the end of this video, y'all. Happy spooky day to y'all. Hope you enjoy your day. Like, comment, subscribe. What's that new shit? Hype this video up and join the Discord. I'm about to be real active in there soon. I got some shit planned in there. And from now on, I'm low-key just gonna send what I'm gonna do in there. And they can choose which shows they wanna choose. They can see like little like sneak peeks of the vid, you know?